it's just tough. How do you end a show? How do you how do you do it?
I don't know. I think that you just kind of rip the Band-Aid off. The show, hey, yeah, it's recording. The show's done. This is the last episode of Western Kabuki.
Western Kabuki is over. It's the year of the Kabuki. It actually was not the year of the Kabuki, turns out. I thought it was going to be.
However, fret not, because we've got a lot coming. We've got a ton coming. Lolo's taken a step back from public life, wants to be completely offline for a while. Alex Goldman is, you already know, he's been doing Hyperfixed for some time, and he's grown that show pretty substantially. He wants to go do that full time. We obviously support him in doing that. June and I, however,
we want to keep going. We want to keep recording. Yeah,
we were born to yap. Forced to work. Born to yap, forced to work. So we're starting a new show. June, you want to tell them?
Yeah, so the new show is going to be called Kill the Computer. We, being the only remaining original Western Kabuki co-hosts at this point, as of right now, it felt strange, I think, for both of us to continue, like, the idea in our heads. How many phases
did we go through? Like, how
I mean, if this was still Western Kabuki, this had to have been at least phase 7 by now. And at some point, how many phases can a show really have until it's like, all right, we got to hang up the towel? And I think just the idea of us continuing the show after so many iterations of it under different, like, circumstances, it made more sense for us to just steer the ship in a different direction a little bit.
Yeah. We know the kind of show, like, June and I have when we got to this point, let me say, that we knew that the show was coming to an end. June and I knew that we wanted to keep going, and we knew, like, the kind of show that we wanted to do and that we always thought Western Kabuki could be. And that's, if you like some of the more research-intense episodes, maybe about the internet in ways that it kind of seeps into real life, like the South Korea series.
Yeah.
Or, like, some of the more serious ones where we still get our goofs and gaffs in, but they're more structured and research oriented, as opposed to some of the more, we'd slipped into the last year or so ish, or occasionally more and more the kind of meandering freestyle goofy shows, which are fun, but we wanted to kind of go back to that sweet spot that we'd hit there for a while.
And I think especially to, like, usher in this new era, like, longtime listeners of Western Kabuki probably are aware, our great friend, the homie Marcos, has been working with Caleb on a bonus series on our Patreon called The Chiral Mindset that is still coming to the Patreon. Yeah, so if you're subscribed, if you are looking forward to that show, it is still coming. It is, from what I understand, Caleb, correct me if you're wrong, but you have like 2 or 3 episodes done and there's more coming. So maybe I'm too ambitious.
In total, there is probably about 10 hours recorded, and I'm not kidding. Of that, so far we've distilled that down into about 2 episodes.
Oh my God, yeah.
More's coming. We're going to try and do 1 or 2 a month. Having said that, that's not the only show. So we're doing something different with the Patreon. If you're already a Patreon subscriber, stick around, please, because I think you're about to get a real good bang for your buck. MLYP, friend of the show, you know him. He's kind of winding down his output of his show a little bit so he can focus on his YouTube. So he's going to do 2 episodes a month, but they're going to be exclusively behind the Kill the Computer Patreon. On top of that, we're working with frequent collaborators that we've had on in the past to do some other shows, limited runs, one-offs, whatever. So at any given time, the idea, as we ramp this up anyway, is for the Kill the Computer Patreon to have 3 or 4 shows going on that are just Patreon exclusive. And it's really exciting. It's almost like a miniature network behind our Patreons.
And this is on top of what will continue to be 1 main feed episode a week for our free listeners and another episode behind the paywall every week. So we'll have 2 main Kill the Computer episodes every week on top of our quite ambitious, if I might say so myself, bonus limited series runs of different shows from us and other friends of our show.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, just to reiterate, if you're listening to this show now and you want to stick around, please do, and thank you for doing so. You don't have to do anything. All this is going to be rebranded. All of our social media accounts, as much as we can anyway, all that's going to switch over. And yeah, it's going to be a new show, but hopefully with most of the same community, and we hope that you stick around because I know it's weird and things are changing, and you're gonna miss the old show. It is very
We're
sad.
sad. Yeah.
Yeah, but I don't know. I'll just say this, and I know that we're way off script here, but June and I have been talking, and I haven't been this excited to do anything creatively in years. Just every conversation we've had of like the direction we're gonna take the show, what we're doing, with the other stuff. I'm 110% hitting the gas right now, and I'm really excited. So I hope that you guys are with us.
Yeah, we are. Caleb and I have always been talking a lot and collaborated, of course, through the history of all of Western Kabuki, but I don't think you and I have talked nearly as much and excitedly about a project in a long time. So yeah. I think this is going to be a really fucking cool thing, and we really hope you stick with us in this very new era for whatever this show is going to be. And I really think you'll enjoy it, especially if you've been a longtime listener of Western Kabuki.
Yeah. Okay, let's start the show.
See ya. Or hi. Get any better than they currently are. So they're just perfect people to get mad at for that reason.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
True. And it feels, I guess it feels a little bit better than yelling at someone like Andy No or someone like that. But now it just sucks because it's like, I don't want to fucking like yell at these people because like, what are they going to make? Like a quarter off of me like retweeting them to yell at them? Like, I don't want that,
Yeah. No, it's bleak out there.
That sucks.
They used to just be fascists. Now they're fascists that make like a couple of bucks.
They make like a
really
few
bleak.
dollars. Like, yeah. And
Awful.
it sucks. I have a new theory. This is a new little conspiracy Twitter theory I have. I think that sometimes they are boosting posts from accounts that don't have Twitter Blue. Because you guys might have seen, I had an incident in my garden recently where a caterpillar ate all my peppers, and I just said this fat fuck ate every pepper in my garden, and it went like mega viral. It was in the craziest way that I could never imagine.
Sometimes it just happens. That's just a funny thing to call a caterpillar a fat fuck.
That is true, and it was a fat fuck.
Yeah,
you should see this motherfucker.
He destroyed your fucking peppers.
Dude,
yeah,
that thing was schlanging like that. Like,
where was the room for it? It's small as fuck.
I don't really know. Like, I'm not like a bug doctor. I don't know what they get up to. That shit was crazy. It was a hornworm, which is apparently a very it's known to be a bit of a fat fuck.
There's a scientific text about this by Eric Carl. It's called "The Very Hungry Caterpillar."
Yes. I was. People mentioned that. But I think that like maybe this is just me, but I was thinking like when I started seeing it pop off, I was like, maybe I should buy Twitter Blue so I could make a few bucks now. No. And I was not tempted by Satan, but the thought did occur to me. So it's like something that like, I don't know, maybe every once in a while they'll like let one slip through the cracks and like boost it intentionally to maybe make people think like, oh, I'm getting engagement now. I should buy Twitter Blue and make some money off this. You know what I'm saying?
That's the theory that they're like, hey, you can get this all the time if you pay us. Yeah, okay. I could see that absolutely.
Because I mean, not like the algorithm is so like inorganic now. It's like. I don't know. I feel like that it wouldn't be beyond them to try and pull some strings like that.
The one weird thing about Twitter that I have noticed is more than in the past, I feel like we're all on one timeline. Like everyone is seeing the same stuff all the time.
Yeah,
I'll
like the For You page.
Like I'll hang out with someone and they'll be like, "Hey, did you see this thing?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I saw that like 10 minutes ago." And they'll be like, "Yeah, I saw that like 15 minutes ago." And it's like, are we just like all seeing the same stuff all the time? It feels like there is no separate timelines anymore. Maybe that's crazy to say.
I don't know if I relate to that though. Okay. My boyfriend always like says like, "Hey, did you see this thing going around?" I'm like, "No." Like I had like 3 people say like, "Did you see that video from the Coldplay concert?" And I was like.
Oh man!
Don't ever talk to me again. First of all, and second of all, no. Like, what happened? It was like some boring like shit with like a kiss cam or something.
That went triple platinum on Facebook. That shit is going crazy.
That's the perfect Facebook drama.
That is a Facebook.
It was very interesting to me because like I just kind of have started meandering back to the Hitler app. You know, I'm finally done with my. It's official. My shadow ban is gone because one of the Krasensteins retweeted me, so it's over.
Okay,
that's the test.
That's the test. Yeah. So I'm back, but like I was back when that happened, and it was like on Twitter. Say what you will, everybody is awful, and it's the worst. The ecosystem is what it is. We all know that. But at least people were like just laughing about it. Whereas on Blue Sky, everyone was like, "Here's my opinion on like the ethics of like." Just because they're a CEO doesn't mean we should dox them, or it's good to dox them because he's a CEO. And then all these people are just like fucking fighting and talking about their opinions on it. I'm like, God damn, dude. You got two terrible websites.
Blue Sky just really doesn't have the juice for me. It's very boring. It doesn't like. It has too many libs. Like
there's so many libs.
It has like dyed in the wool libs. You know, like it doesn't have enough people being like. Senator John Ossoff, kill yourself. You know? Like, it doesn't have that edge to it that like that Twitter does.
You do need some like you have to release them like some sort of creature that taps down on like invasive species. You know what I mean, to keep them in check.
Yeah, it's like if I had one or the other, like I guess like I'm gonna go to the one that's got like a little more like bite to it. Like,
and what I will give credit to for people on Blue Sky is people have that energy for Chuck Schumer and John Fetterman on there. There's a reason why they don't post on there anymore. Go to some of their like most highly replied posts. There are libs threatening to do like bomb threats at their homes.
Okay,
like,
but there's no way
libs,
Schumer's like
moms.
actually behind that account. Like,
oh well,
is he even still
probably
alive,
not.
dude?
But I can imagine he's probably on life support.
Yeah,
but
there's no way that even like there's no like intern who's like Senator, you're gonna want to have a look at this, and it's like it's a pig with poop on his balls, and he's like,
they call it pig balls.
We will win. It's like I don't think they're like showing that to him. The joy is knowing that like someone gets to actually see that John Fetterman in particular, that motherfucker will be looking at the pig with poop on his balls.
You know what I just found out the other day, and I did not know this about John Fetterman, and it blew my fucking mind. Apparently, yes.
Well, I'm just sitting here on this bench with poop on my balls.
I like how you've given him a southern accent.
I don't know. It's just an oafish accent.
Yeah,
so
that's more of just like a Rube accent.
I'm from the South, so maybe some of that slips a little bit, but it meant to just be oafish.
Apparently, before he was like when he was a mayor, he saw a black guy running through his neighborhood, just on a run, and went after him with a shotgun.
Yeah, that was a story. That was a story when he was running for senator.
Somehow he got a pass on that.
Well,
my God,
the argument I
think
remember
the reason
hearing,
he got a pass is because it's Dr. Oz. Like Dr. Oz was the person.
Yeah, that's true.
Someone asked me the other day, like, if Dr. Oz won, like, what would be different? And I was like, damn. Nothing. Like I really I can't think of like. Look,
the only thing that would be different would be that Dr. Oz is not currently in Trump's administration. Is the only thing that would be different, essentially.
Yeah, like this is like the one. Like I don't know. I always say like I'm never gonna vote again, and then like every year I'm like, oh, fucking
it's
vote
the most
for the
important election.
Liberal. But like that is truly like an argument like against electoralism. Like I truly do not think there would be even like a shred of daylight between Dr. Oz as senator or John Fetterman as senator. In fact, Dr. Oz might be less hawkish on Israel. Like.
Oh, I think you're right. But if you believe anybody who knows him personally, something happened to his brain. Something happened to him.
Yeah, we're like I'm actually a believer of the conspiracy theory that there was like he died and this is a body double.
Maybe he got some kind of Havana syndrome. Maybe they were working up their like Israel Ray and they tried it out on John Fetterman.
And that was the stroke. Maybe air quotes stroke question
maybe
mark.
He was in a stroke. Or he had a stroke, and he woke up, and they were doing basically like sissy hypnosis, but it's like Israeli hypnosis.
His eyes were swirling.
And it's like Yam Israel Kai or whatever. It's just like a spiraling, and he's like Yam Israel Kai.
One difference. What I will say is, I know for sure John Fetterman is seeing pig poop balls in his replies. I don't think Dr. Oz would be seeing that in his replies.
No,
I know for a fact.
No, I don't think so. Yeah,
Dr. Oz is not reading his Twitter replies. He's like he's busy doing other shit. But Fetterman is reading everyone, and he's getting
he's a doctor.
Pissed off about it.
so mad.
His head is getting larger. His orc head is growing.
Yeah.
Like, dude, you have like a fucking hot wife, and you could just be like the cool like.
Does he have a hot wife?
Yeah, his wife is
hot,
really
dude.
beautiful.
I forget her name, but she's cool.
I'm watching
Fetterman wife.
John Fetterman's hot wife.
She's all right.
Hate her.
She kind of looks like
energy.
Cher. No, she's yeah, she's
Listen,
kind of bad
for
for
a guy
sure.
that looks like that.
She has a Cher kind of
for a
thing
guy
going
who-
on.
Yeah. Anyway, it's enough of an excuse to me. You could just be like a cool dude that just fucking whatever. You don't have to be online all day. You don't have to be doing, even if you have like the horrifying pro-genocidal beliefs and stuff like that. You don't have to be like on Twitter fighting about it. You know what I'm saying? That's
like
just
you have kids. Like he has kids. He has a
Does he have
wife.
kids?
Like what are you doing? He does.
Yeah.
One of the like most famous stories of like his post-election, his senator run that came out was like he got so depressed he like missed his son's birthday, like his son's 17th birthday, because he was just like driving around town so depressed. And it's like, what do you this guy is
I would be so mad. I'd be
makes me
like,
like
fuck
him.
you, Dad. Now I'm depressed.
he ruined his son's birthday.
Yeah.
like, I'm so sorry I missed your birthday. I hate my life because you're in it so much that I'd rather drive around.
I also don't get like, you didn't have to be senator. Like you didn't have you signed up for this. It's not like you were fucking force conscripted into the American Senate. Like
the way he complains about it, he's like I wanted to go to the beach. I didn't want to vote on this. And it's like this is literally your job.
Yeah.
What are you talking?
Yeah.
Like you work one day a week.
He's just the guy from that I Think You Should Leave sketch. The guy's like, I don't want to be around.
I don't even want to be here anymore. I just don't even want to be here anymore. I just couldn't imagine like going into like my actual job and being like, I don't want to make drinks tonight. I just wish I was at the beach. Like,
and like the beach would probably be better.
The
let's be
tickets
honest.
are just piling up. Like people are just like yelling at me. Like I'm just like I don't want to be here. I don't know.
The light
Like,
turns off. The lights on the stage. Yeah, very dramatic.
It's all over for me. Yeah. Or I could do that in the middle of a show. Like just like. Guys, I just don't even want to fucking do this shit anymore.
I'm just not feeling it.
I do that in my job, which is podcasting all the time.
Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. It's probably a lot harder than bartending, so.
It is. The hard job.
Yeah.
We're braver than the troops. No one wants to say it out loud, but
At this
I'm
point.
willing to.
I mean, I wasn't cut out for it. I gotta.
Did you love it though? When you did, did you love it? Did you enjoy it? It's fun.
Absolutely. I got paid for it too. It was incredible. Like it was so sick. It was so sick. Like I just like talked to some cool people and one of my best friends for like, literally it's 2 hours of work every week. Like wow. Like. I couldn't imagine. I've thought about getting back into the game because I do like yapping a lot, but like I don't know. I just feel like I'd stretch myself too thin. I've been working on music like I'm making like a new album and stuff again.
Yeah, you've been
like,
coming pretty hard in music lately.
And that's like what like I love. Like as much as I like yapping and stuff, I like making music is like the thing that's like way more like rewarding to me. So I don't know.
I saw recently a bunch of like massive neo-Nazis got really mad at you for your music video that you posted on Twitter recently.
Yeah.
That was crazy. There was a bunch of people, like, it was that video where you had the gun to your head. It was just like the music video with that. And they were like, wow, this is art that air quote trans people are doing. Wow. And they were just like melting down about it. And I think I saw you going around in some of the replies, just like messing with them. That was pretty
video
enjoyable.
Was great, by the way.
Amazing.
Thank you. So I just want to say, like, first off, like, I've made the rounds on the internet before, and like I do have like fans of like my music and stuff, but like this is by far the first time that like people like were enjoying like something I made that like in a totally like unironic way, I guess. Like it was the first time like people like I think were really connecting to something I made. And it's just been very like humbling. Like it's been very like I don't know. It makes me really, really, really happy because like I just feel like what I do isn't like for everyone. And this like normally it takes me probably like a year or like 6 months on a good one to crack like 1,000 streams on something. Like I like it's pretty niche. But this hit like 2,000 in like a week. And it's this is the first time that something's like actually like popping off in a way that like I wanted it to, where it's a music video and people like the music and the video, and that's great. Also, the last video I made almost got me doxxed by the Proud Boys, so they're gonna have to try harder if they want to. If they want to like do stuff like that. Yeah, Gavin McInnes had a segment on his show. I didn't get to see it because it's behind a paywall.
I missed this one. Why were they mad at this video? I don't think I saw this one
so
at all.
It was for my song Pure Black Tendency.
Oh, okay. I remember that song. That I think had you on here to talk about like when you released that one.
Probably.
I think,
I remember I came out.
I
came on here around the time that my last record came out. Now, all of my albums, I want to have like one like really like heavy like grindcore song, like because I love grindcore. I love like power violence. I love like shit like that. And like I want to try to weave all these like abstract just all the strains of like rock music that I like into a record, but make it sound holistic so that like when you listen to the album, like if you skip around from song to song it might not make sense, but if you listen to the album it should. And so this was like the heavy song, and for my video concept for it was having like a guy, like a conservative talk show host in a news studio. And because the music video was like the song was inspired by the Club Q shooting when all these motherfuckers like Matt Walsh and shit like came out and were like, I didn't do this, and nothing I said could have led to this, and we're basically just like dabbing on trans people dying, and that just like sickened me. And so I was like, let's make a video where a conservative podcaster or talk show media personality gets taken into the woods by a bunch of trans women and tortured to death.
And how cathartic that must have been.
It was great. It was a lot of fun to make. And my buddy Austin, shout out to Austin, was the conservative talk show host. And the truth be told, I wanted him to look like Matt Walsh. Austin doesn't really look like Matt Walsh at all.
You should have brought him to Turkey and given him a hair transplant and a beard transplant. It probably would have helped him out a little bit.
Yeah. We could have worked on it longer, but you know, we worked with what we had. We're independent artists,
for sure.
And the funny thing is, I think that Gavin McInnes thought that was meant to be an effigy of him, and it's like, dude, I haven't thought about you in like 6 years. Like, Gavin McInnes has fallen the fuck off. That's the
Vice guy, right?
Yeah, it was the guy who was in Vice who became like the leader of the Proud Boys.
The last I heard about him was that he was complaining that people in their like subdivision in upstate New York are mean to his wife because he's a fascist.
He is one of the most, like, even as far as like super right-wing guys go, he's one of the most evil. Like there's like clips of him being like, go out into the street and choke a trans person to death. And it's like, wow, like, no, he is evil. He does deserve the smoke, but he's fallen off. Like, there was like 10 other conservative pundits that I had in mind when I was making that video. So it's really funny to me. And I still haven't gotten to see the full clip because it's on. He has a show with what's that Opie and Anthony guy? Anthony Cumia, and it's like behind like a huge paywall, and I tried to like I tried to make an account to see if I could get in, and I made an account called like I don't know, it was something like the liminal pedophile or something like that.
They didn't let you in? What the fuck?
They didn't let me in. I don't know. I was gonna like fuck with them, but someone on my on the YouTube video for the song said like tipped me off to this and was like, Gavin liked the song. I was like, what? He liked it? Like, I guess it maybe makes sense. He was like an old school like punk guy. He was also the guy who said conservatism is the new punk rock.
Oh my God, was that him?
That was Gavin McInnes that said that? Oh.
Yeah. Because I mean, he was like an old school like hardcore guy. So like I guess that I guess he knows what's up, at least with music. I mean, Greg Gutfeld listens to 100 Gex. Like, I don't know what you want me to say.
Is that true? It is. Yeah. There was a clip I think like a year ago where I guess on whatever show it was at the time. I don't think it's called the same thing anymore. There was like some sort of like morning-ish. I don't think the Five's around anymore. Maybe it is.
Yeah, it is.
But it is. Okay, I wasn't sure. They rotate shows
I'm a big Five
lot.
head.
You're a Gutfield fan? Like his like
no, I like
show
the girl.
too.
I like the liberal girl that they yell at. I can't remember her name.
I kind of respect her for like being that person on that show.
No,
she handles it well. Yeah, she's cool.
Greg Gutfeld liking the Five is truly the funniest thing he's ever done. Like, I know he's a comedian, but like that is amazing.
He likes like Death Grips and 100 Gex, and he was like really good friends with the late singer Riley Gaines. That's not his name. Riley from Power Trip, who passed away. And I do remember he played a few Power Trip songs as like outros to like a show. Which
are you fucking serious? Like, are you lying? Are you doing a bit right now?
I'm not lying. Greg Gutfeld is friends with the guy. Was friends with the guy from Power Trip. I'll show you.
Power Trip.
Sadly, one thing you have to hand Greg Gutfeld is he is tuned into music. I think if I remember correctly,
he's the
worst.
Awful. He's the worst.
He's the worst.
He's the worst. He is of all the dipshit fucking talk show hosts and all the comedians that are all, like of that whole genre, which is obviously contemptible. He's the lowest of the low. I watch that show sometimes, and it's like, I don't understand, who is this for? It's the dog TV thing.
Do you want to know something even bleaker? He has one of the highest rated comedy shows on television right now, like in terms of actual raw viewers. Yeah. But no, if I remember correctly, the 100 Geck clip was like on the Five. He was being asked like, what are you listening to lately? He's like, my son showed me this band 100 Geck, and they played one of the 100 Geck song as that episode outro to like a commercial break on Fox News, and it's like, what the absolute
I think
fuck
it was
is
like
happening?
Hollywood Baby or something like that.
It was on their most recent album. Horrible.
So I don't know what you want me to say about that, but like I remember getting quite scared like when I saw that Gavin McInnes was talking about me on his show. And then I realized like he's fallen off, like it doesn't matter. But like in like the Chiron for like the video, it said like, Janie Danger is violent. And so I'll never unless some sleuth can like find the full clip. I don't know exactly what he said. I would really like to know. But
don't worry, we got Gavin McInnes fans in our
if
audience.
you got anyone who's subscribed to, I think it's called Censored TV.
Surprise, Janie! Gavin McInnes is here with us.
Gavin McInnes, what a fucking nightmare! So yeah, like the fucking Nazis that were like making fun of me and shit. It's like, you're gonna have to try harder. It's like, especially when this had such a overwhelmingly positive reception. Like, so many people were like, this fucking rips, this is awesome. There's a lot of like sweet messages I got to where, and this also made me feel really good because I had like there's a local zine that I don't want to name because I don't want to give them even any attention, but they said they wanted to like cover me. They wanted to like do something with me, and they were like, share us your new video and we'll like post it on like our website and all our YouTubes and stuff. And I sent it to them. I was like, yeah, this is my new song, it just came out, yeah, check it out. And they're like, ooh, this is kind of bad for our brand, this is maybe gonna encourage people to commit suicide. And it made me, I was like, I hope it encourages you, motherfucker. But I had a lot of people reaching out to me saying like, this is like what I feel like every day of my fucking life, and like just like having like a lot of like really sweet like things to say, like, hey, this really meant a lot to me that you made this.
Yeah,
and,
I mean, Janie, to be clear, like I thought it was very good. I really enjoyed it. I thought it was great, but it wasn't subtle. You know what I mean? No. So the people like, this is bad for the brand. I'm like, what do you think this meant? What does this mean to you?
Yeah, like
people are gonna read too deep into it. There's a gun to her head the like entire time. What are you expecting here?
In the year 2001, there was a song that you heard all over the radio every single day that you'll still hear on rock radio that goes, cut my life into pieces. This is my last resort. Suffocation. No breathing. Don't give a flip if I cut my arms bleeding. And that was like a #1 hit. Like, I thought music was back on the menu. I thought comedy was legal. Like, I don't know what to say. Like, and I don't know. I had a lot of other funny ideas for that video. Like, I really wanted to. There's a Ferris wheel in Atlanta. I really wanted to ride the Ferris wheel with a gun to my head. But
do they like pat you down before that you get on?
I don't know.
TSA,
no one. It's a tourist thing. I've never ridden it, but
just imagining being on the Ferris wheel
to the tourist thing.
Well, so it is a fake
at
gun.
The wheel, yeah, and it's like,
it's an airsoft gun that we painted and made look. I think for a video look really real. And when you paint the orange tip of like a prosthetic gun, it becomes illegal, a felony, in fact, as I learned. And I was like, you know, I don't really need another felony in my life. Like,
sadly, after this episode, you're going away for quite a while.
Yeah, it was hard enough for me to get rid of the first one. So let's just keep this contained. But there was some, like, I wanted to like do like hitchhiking, maybe go to like a bar and do shots with some people. Like, I don't know. There was a lot of like get a massage. A lot of. I also wanted to go to the zoo. Like, there was so many funny things. Like, and yes, I will fully cop to being a huge fan of the show Smiling Friends, and at least being in part inspired by the first episode.
I mean, great
Desmond's
bit.
Day Out.
Really good bit on that show. I mean, who can deny that? So funny.
That show means quite a lot to me. I have my little Glep right here.
Aw, adorable.
Yeah.
But what I will say about like art, especially like that sort of art, especially like trans art, is it's like stuff like that from trans people love to be artists and make art, music, all sorts of things. And I think there's a reason why so many trans people do what I guess I will call transversive or very like crazy art, and that transgressive, that's the correct word, art, because that is, I feel like the world that we live in today is like quite horrible, and I don't know, I think it's important to do stuff like that, to make really crazy art that might not be mainstream or make sense to a lot of people, but it might make sense to some people.
I think historically queer art has always been like cutting edge, whether it's like music or movies or what. Like, it's always been there to like push the boundaries of taste and acceptability. And make you question and think about things that you might not like want to think about. I mean, the whole fucking like New York Velvet Underground scene, Andy Warhol, Lou Reed, Candy Darling.
I love Lou Reed. I have a Lou Reed. Lou Reed, you probably can't read it, but Lou Reed tattoo. Snoopy. It's a Snoopy Lou Reed, but
he's incredible. He's one of my favorites. Like, I mean,
I don't think it's like required.
Drag, like Paris is Burning kind of shit. Like, there's so much like. I personally think that a lot of queer art is too safe now, and I think that a lot of queer artists, like, I don't want to disparage anyone from like making the kind of stuff they want to make, but it's like, I don't know, like, y'all don't all have to be like hyper pop artists. Like, y'all don't have to be like Echo 2K.
Have you ever been in a pit before? It's kind of dope. It's
great.
Yeah.
Like there's trans punk bands and stuff, and I mean there's a long history of like queer stuff and like hardcore too. I mean, Darby Crash was a fucking mega closet case. Like, I mean, we've mentioned Laura Jane Grace earlier too. Like it's always been like, you know, it's always been there to like push boundaries in some way. And I think if you're a trans person making art, like, think about it like this: you're already going to have a percentage of the world pissed off at you just by virtue of you being trans, whether you're an artist or not. So I think you should just go all in for whatever the fuck it is. And that's going to resonate with more people rather than something that is like safe or palatable or maybe what you think you like should be doing.
And it's even worse. These people hate you even more the more visible you are and the more unapologetically visible that you are. And that's what they hate more than anything. They don't hate that you do like strange art. They hate that you're out there at all, visible, making anything. Yeah. So why not just go balls to the wall? Yeah.
That's what the guy who was crashing out at me was particularly mad about, is that my video showed up on his feed. You know, it interrupted his stream of like, I don't know, Bronze Age pervert tweets, or like
he was getting really into talking to grok sexual style.
It interrupted his stream where he had to see a trans person doing something like that wasn't like, I don't know, getting beat up or crying, and that upset him. And like I don't know. It is very funny, like the way like those kind of people talk though. They talk in this very like I don't know, just this very
it's
like,
very the more you're subjected to it, the more you kind of understand the exact path they always take. They always intentionally use gendered words in an instance that they would never do that in any other context. Like, they'll always say dude, or they'll always specifically gender you, and of course misgender. And I've just noticed that from a lot of these people where it's just like, why are you saying, like, you're going out of your way to misgender to a point when it's kind of funny. It's goofy. You would not say this normally about like a guy you would be talking to, or about like it's just goofy. You're just silly.
For sure. Yeah. They also just, I don't know, they really love to talk in this like hyper like detached internet way. Like I wish I had the tweet in front of me, because like it's very I don't know. It's like the kind of way that like people would maybe talk like a few years ago about like kind of gauche internet things. Like the one thing he said was like I am a transgressive trans artist and this is my art. You know, like the meme like I'm Israeli and this is my art. Like it's always using like the format of like memes and like Wojak stuff. Like it's essentially like I don't know, it's very unoriginal, you know? Like I think that's kind of what gets me. I think that's what makes it like hit less. I think you could actually like insult me. Like I think I could actually be hurt, even if it was like something that like is like transphobic or something that like I shouldn't like be offended by.
Be original. No, you're right about that. After like, it's gotten to a point where a lot of transphobes will just say my dead name to me, and say like whatever they're gonna say with my dead name, and I'm like, can you like get creative? I've heard this like thousands of times. Like,
you're so funny about that too. You always respond
mean.
like I know what my dead name is. Like you're not surprising me by saying it.
Everyone called me that for 26 years. Like
also,
what are you trying to prove? Like get creative
also,
here.
Like in a sense, doing that, people like they kind of overexpose their hands, because it's like for you to know that means you are deep in the lore. Like,
yes.
you know, I'm
They
sorry,
think
but for
about
you
me
to know
often.
a trans person's dead name who's been going like unless it's someone like Elliot Page, you know, like for you to know like just like an online persona, to know their personal dead name, it's like
crazy.
Like brother, like I don't know, like it's just like you have
Like,
to be like
paint
so
a
many
picture.
layers down the iceberg that you are unsalvageable.
like paint. Learn how to paint. Like crochet. Like
dude, I've been
do
sketching.
something. Have you? Oh my god.
Look, wait, let me see if I have a cool one in here I can show y'all.
No, it's just I think some of these people need hobbies. It was like kind of what I was going back to earlier. I think Caleb, you were talking about some of these people where it's just like you need to get into something. You need to learn how to like appreciate trains or something. Like do something. Oh my god.
Cute,
I love
right?
the weird freak head that you made. That's amazing. Is that gonna be a poster for a show?
I'm a transgender artist, and this is my art. Speaking of transgender artists, did y'all want to talk about Jelly Roll?
Yeah, I guess we've been going for a while. I mean, I don't know. I think we're kind of. What do you guys think? Like we're kind of going, and we're
fuck it. I mean, we're instead of just like making the episode about Jelly Roll, and I can cut this if it's too meta or whatever. We just talk about like the music of the moment and make that the theme of the episode, because that's basically what we've been doing. So, and unfortunately,
Yeah.
Well, when you told me you were going to
so.
cover Jelly Roll, I was like, you know, I don't fucking know a goddamn thing about Jelly Roll.
So what did you learn about Jelly Roll in preparation? Did you listen?
So I'll say this. I was torn between two worlds here, where I could do my own personal little deep dive and be like a part of the conversation with y'all, or I could just learn nothing and have y'all teach me about Jelly Roll, and you know, just kind of offer my comments as a music maker and enjoyer, and yeah, someone who like, yeah, just kind of riff with y'all, and
Okay.
y'all teach me things. But I will say, I did a brief bit of research.
okay.
And I just typed in Jelly Roll on YouTube and just watched some of the shorts, and I just off the rip, he seems kind of nice. He seems like a genuine like kind of person. Like I was expecting to like hate him. I think his music's bad.
That's the thing, right?
That is the
Yeah.
thing. But like when I heard him like talk about things, I was like, I don't hate this person. Like
He's kind of a, like, what I will say is he's kind of like a charismatic, likable guy.
And
He
dude
is.
has been through some shit, which is like the entire point of his music. So like, there's like an authenticity factor there.
I like him more than someone like Post Malone, you know. Like I think
Yeah.
he's like certainly like about his about what he says he is, in a sense. I also so I learned that, and I also learned that he used to do collaborations with one Lil White, who
Yeah, dude.
is
Yes.
a
Lil White.
legend in Gwinnett County, which is not where he's from, but it was where I grew up and did heroin and shit. And
Oh my God.
boy, did the stupids the stupids of Gwinnett County love some Lil White. I can to this day say pretty much every single.
Did she freeze for you guys too? Or
Oh no, they all
Yes.
froze up. Okay, you're back.
Oh, no.
there you
Okay,
are.
we're back.
You're back.
So yeah, he made some bangers with Lil White, which I also respected. And
Just a heads up to anybody listening is, if you have a minute, just read Lil White's Wikipedia page. It's fucking hilarious.
Yeah, can you guys for the uninitiated, can you tell us a little bit about Mr. White?
Janie, do you want to talk
I mean,
about
it's
Mr.
like
White?
It's like a white guy trying to be all 6 members of 3-6 Mafia wrapped in one, and he makes
You've
this,
sold
like,
me already. Fuck.
I guess he is from Memphis. Okay, I mean, he's from Memphis. He was signed to Hypnotize Minds, which is where, which I think is DJ Paul and Juicy J's label. I mean, he's got some bona fides, I must say. But yeah, he made, like, I don't know, people call, like fucking, like, suburban, oh shit, makes, like, suburban, like, Xanax Percocet rap. Like, like me, like, growing up, like, a white boy, like, doing opiates and stuff, like, that was the shit. Like, it was fire. And
this was when Jelly Roll used to be a rap artist.
Yeah.
When they collaborated.
He should have never left the Perks.
No.
I'll just say
good for him. Good
that's
for him,
a Janie
genuinely.
rule for life. You don't quit the Perks. You gotta have a treat for yourself every once in a while.
Well, it sounds like both of these people, Lil White and Jelly Roll, their treat is marijuana now for both of them, which I guess that's a treat. That's a good treat.
That's fun.
But I do want to know, like, why. And I have my own theory on this, but why am I seeing this guy everywhere? Like,
Jelly Roll?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Why do I have to know who this is?
So the reason I think we originally, like, have talked about Jelly Roll here and there on the show, and why we, and granted, this isn't going to be a full, like, expose on Jelly Roll, especially because we've been going for a while.
I thought y'all were about to tell me that he's, like, a fucking Mossad agent or something. I was looking.
No. So basically, I did not know about Jelly Roll until, like, a couple of years ago. I heard about him from my father, who, like, he was like, "Oh, this dude's, like, an inspiration." I forget exactly how he. Yeah, my dad was, like, listening to Jelly Roll, and I look at this dude.
June's dad is like, every time I hear a story about
Roll.
June's dad, I love him more and more. And
my parents are, like, old, so
father.
I don't know. Like, my parents don't, like, find out about new things. Like, they don't know who, like, Drake is. Like,
I bet you I could ask my dad what he thinks about several different MAGA rappers, and my dad's like, "I love that dude." Like, he probably knows all about those people. But, you know, I saw this guy. My dad turn on this music video on, like, the television, like, years ago, and I'm like, why did my dad turn on this, like, face tattoo, like, really grisly looking dude? And he starts singing country music, and I'm like, wait, hello? What are you talking about? Why is this guy doing country music? And then, you know, I learned a little bit more about, he used to do drugs, and
you learn to respect cultures that are different from your own.
Yeah, he dabbled a little bit in country, and I was just so astounded by, like, that vibe, because I feel like that was the turn of. I feel like we're constantly going through phases where culture, and especially music culture, really starts to lean into country music, especially as, like, the culture kind of leans into a more conservative era of politics, as of course we are right now.
That was kind of sort of something I was gonna say.
Yeah, and that's, I think, the ties where we were, like, I think mostly half joking. So the reason I've been calling Jelly Roll a CIA, like, op is because I think I've told this story a couple episodes ago on the show, where a friend of mine who is in the neighborhood that I see at a bar that I go to every once in a while with a couple of friends, he was telling me about Jelly Roll. And then, like, I only knew a little bit about him at the time, and he started telling me about how he truly believes Jelly Roll is a CIA operative. And the more I thought about that, the more I was like, wait. And I was just like, he's doing country music. He used to do rap. He got, like, arrested for, like, drug charges. Now he's this, like, good old conservative boy for all these, like, Fox News, like, people. And I'm like, there's probably not an actual thing there, but it just feels like post 9/11, like, country turn.
I think the closest, post 9/11 for sure, like, Bush era. Bush era was definitely, like, the last time, at least in my, like, life. I mean, I'm only 19 years old, but, you know, that I remember, like country music really being at the forefront. Mm-hmm. I mean, the world is so bifurcated now. Like, there's no, like, monoculture. So, like, I fancy myself as someone who, like, has their finger on the pulse, but there is 500 different realities that have millions of fans and millions of fandoms and shit that I know nothing about. Yeah. And Jelly Roll exists in that. And I mean, it is interesting though, because like country really is having a moment. Like if you look at the charts, like country
they
is
are topping all of them. Every chart, almost every song.
Woke music down, country up, like 100%. And I don't like most like popular country. I'm very selective with it, but I don't hate country at all. Like I love like Lucinda Williams and like I don't know.
There's good country.
I don't hate any genre. Like I think like that's stupid. Like anything can be good if the artist is good. But that being said, it's not always like my cup of tea, and a lot of the popular stuff is bullshit. But it is this weird thing where it's like a lot of these artists are ostensibly like apolitical, even if they're singing about, I don't know, like they don't really aside from some shit like Try This in a Small Town, like people like Jelly Roll aren't really like political, you know. But
and like the one thing with him in particular, which I think is a theme with a lot of like I think country in general, is that he kind of had like a reborn Christian sort of come to God moment sort of thing, and now he's like a good child of God, and sure. I think there is a lot of that intertwined with this too, especially in the year 2025 where we're at right now. Yeah.
So it's like that's why I would never like assume that it's like an op or something, because I think that
I don't really believe he is.
Yeah, I know, but like I think that this is just kind of a natural like ebb and flow with like when more conservative stuff like gets prominent. Like I don't know, when there's a conservative president that's not Trump in his first term, because that was a very woke time. It's just it's just different now. I guess post 9/11 really is the best way to put it, because that was like the only other time, and like especially in like the 2000s, where like genuine like patriotism was like up, like where I mean even fucking Beyonce made a country album. I'm sorry if anyone's a CIA op here.
Cowboy Carter.
Oh my god, dude.
Don't get mad at me for that. But I mean,
that oh my god was an oh my god of agreement.
Yeah, like I mean even someone like Beyonce is like trying to like corner that market, you know. It's like it's
there's some real cachet in the genre of country right now.
I guess that's what like makes it. I don't want to use the word like dangerous, but like
you can say dangerous. I think it kind of is. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean it is like I guess maybe a little troubling, and I don't like want to say that, because I always want to be like pro art, and like I never want to be like against like an artist for like making what they want, or people listening to what they want for like I don't want to sound like kind of an inverse fucked up like Tipper Gore, who's like, this rap music's evil, but I'm like the woke version where I'm like, this country music that's telling you to have a family is evil. God. But I do think that there is kind of like a sort of like funneling towards like more like rootsy values that maybe like Tried This in a Small Town didn't work, but maybe like, I mean, you see this with like the white rappers too, like like the fucking like the targeting your kids people. It's like,
oh my god, those MAGA rappers. Yeah, those
that
guys. Foggiato Blow, I think his name was.
That was Jelly Roll. Yeah. I thought he changed his name. I didn't know. Like
they're basically the same guy.
Yeah. Like I did
like,
also find
Jelly Roll's met with Trump and everything, so it's not. He's like,
wait, really?
Yeah, he met him I think twice now, but it was like he met him once at like a UFC thing, so it wasn't. I don't think he's like been to the White House as far as I know or anything like that. So I don't know. I think that he very obviously has like conservative beliefs or whatever, but based on everything that I've unfortunately listened to in his music, I don't think that there's like like MAGA lyrics necessarily in there or whatever.
Yeah,
it's just his whole thing is just being fucking depressed and wanting to kill yourself because your life sucks and you're
it's pathetic. I'm not gonna lie.
It's really hard to listen to.
It's weepy bullshit. And this was the other kind of takeaway that I had, is that I think there's something interesting going on where like, I don't know, celebrities used to be like hot and stuff. Like celebrities used to be something that like you like the general
a golden era if you're a guy that looks like me right now. It's awesome.
like celebrity used to be something that like people like that was like I guess the normal person
used to give
like
people eating disorders, and now it's like this guy's famous.
Exactly. And now everyone like now people like Asmongold pop off because someone like because I think the general public is so like disillusioned. And everyone is like depressed and thinks they're like a huge fucking loser, and most of y'all are sorry. That they want to like connect with people that are like more like them in a sense. Like
it all goes back to fucking Big Bang Theory. I'm telling you, like they made
expand on that.
They made like the fucking nerd culture shit. Like that's like the new cultural zeitgeist. Like I'm not kidding. Once that happened and they made like nerds cool, then it opened the floodgates for everything and everybody.
Now it's like stupid, they're cool.
Look what you've done, you motherfuckers. Yeah. You don't know.
Yeah. No, I do get that.
It's been brutal. The Funko Pop takeover.
Well, it's because nerds were like historically people are like, oh, they shoved me in a locker and I never got pussy. And now it's like the kids that got like shoved in a locker and never got pussy were all the stupid conservatives, and
now they're
all
fucking
the stupid
Nazis
conservatives
and have billions of dollars. Good job.
Yeah, and now they can like astroturf like this imagery of like just all these like fucked up people who are like, I used to lick the coating off a Roxaset and fucking crush it up, and now I'm so sad about it. I regret every day. I can't believe I stole from that Valero. They were so nice to me. And it's like, it sucks, dude. It sucks. And I say that as someone who's made like pathetic music before myself. Like, and I don't like it. Like, I don't like I do like sad music. I like depressing music. And I like music that I can relate to. But there is a point. I was like thinking about this with like emo music the other day. Like, there's a certain point where it's like, shut the fuck up. Like,
I love emo music, but once they start using the Simpsons samples of like dialogue, I'm like, I gotta tap out of this. This is too far for me.
For me, it's like when a motherfucker, like all their lyrics are like, I suck, I'm a piece of shit, I'm so bad at everything, and I suck. It's like, okay, you suck. I don't want to listen to you. Like, it doesn't even sound like you want to make music. It doesn't sound like you want to do anything. Like, I don't want to listen to you either, because you suck. You said it yourself. It's like let's bring back confidence. You know, let's bring back artists that like this was one thing that I loved about Kanye West. Was all the stuff he said this year. No, just kidding. Was all the was how braggadocious he was. Was how like when he was like, I said I'm a god because I'm a god. I'm like, dude, that's awesome. Like, you actually think that? That's sick. Like why can't that be cool again? Like, I hate this weepy bullshit. I'm sorry. That was.
I think part of it is just because I think that we're like everyone is a lot more aware of how much we're perceived, and maybe I think it just comes down to it's more genuine. It comes across maybe more genuine to be like, hey, I really fucked up, and this is like my story of how awful I am, rather than like I'm perfect and a god. Because then you go on their Twitter and see them talking about Hitler, and it's like, well.
Yeah,
I don't know about that actually.
Right.
Yeah, maybe it might be a symptom of just the internet. I don't know. I feel like that's a bigger question.
I mean, even still, point. Someone like David Bowie is like a once in a lifetime artist, but like, he was like a Martian. Like, you know, you don't have to be like someone who's just like this like pathetic diabetic who's fucking like it was like I can't stop fucking punching my girlfriend when I drink too much. It's like, dude, get help. Like, you can it's like I don't know. Like, I think it's kind of bleak. That's such like, and part of me does blame like the late 2000s with like when like emo trap became a thing, like
oh my god,
like Broken Side.
No, like later, like I mean like Lil Peep or like Juice WRLD,
like
stuff like
rappers.
that. And to be honest, I think that's way more honest. Like, I mean, Juice WRLD was like talking about how he was like addicted to drugs and he fucking died. Like, yeah. Like, I mean, I don't know.
Listen, if you're gonna be weepy, Janie Danger says, if you're going to be weepy, you better die.
You got to die.
I don't know about that one. I'll counter that one. I'll stand strong against that one.
Just I think that we should. I think just relegate it to like a record. I think when it's like
I think you do have to die. Sorry, I was thinking about that for that was a minute on my own. Elliott Smith stabbed himself in the fucking heart. He earned the right to be weepy.
Dude, I know. We'll like never have that again.
Yeah.
Like
People are too afraid to take chances in art. And I think that maybe goes back to what you were talking about before, where you had the fucking gun to your head in the entire music video, and people are like, think about the optics.
Yeah.
What do you mean? People are going to perceive you as who you are regardless of how you portray yourself in your art. Like, you have to take chances. Yeah.
Not only that, but you were thinking about the optics. Like,
and the optics were cool as fuck.
It's so sick, yeah.
It was dope.
And people resonated with it.
You want me to apologize for doing something sick? Like, no. Like, I'm not going to. Like, I'm not going to apologize for being cooler than you. Sorry. Like, that's what it's all about, baby. Like, I'm going to apologize for fucking drinking too many Schlitz high gravities and hitting a family of 4 and robbing a Valero. That's what I'll apologize for in my next
Jelly
album.
Roll would apologize for it, and that's where you two are different.
I do think he's genuine, though. I will say that.
I think so too.
Yeah, I think he definitely is. That's like why he's gotten where he is.
I guess what does worry me though is like I see a little, and I could be this is putting on my speculating hat, but like I could see a little JD Vance in a person like that.
Oh,
you know what I'm saying?
Definitely.
Yeah.
Just like I come from a small town and I don't know. This is
why
stuff
so many conservatives, I think, resonate with Jelly Roll. It's just, I mean, the type of things he sings about now. I mean, there's a reason why they play him on Fox News. At least they had in the past, you know.
I mean, it just makes me sad that, like, you know, if you told me, like, when I was growing up that, like, people with, like, face tattoos that, like, were addicted to heroin would be, like, the big, like, pop stars and, you know, be like rubbing shoulders with politicians and stuff, and I'd be like, oh my god, I'm about to live in a utopia when I grow up.
Yeah. Leftism won.
And it'd be like the Austin Powers bit. Yeah, it's like, did we beat those dirty fascists? Like, yeah. Oh,
no, it's just all the emo kids became the fascists.
Yeah,
like the 2000s fascists or the emos.
Yeah. So,
oh god,
that's about what I got for that.
Yeah.
I didn't really learn anything else. I don't know if you guys did.
I think we were originally, I mean, I'm so happy we had the conversation we had about everything we talked about, but I think originally we were going to talk more about like the CIA type stuff that like from like the 2000s.
Like, I think this is a thing that we're going to do something with later in life in some form.
Okay.
Yeah,
the future iteration. There'll be a little teaser, a little prelude.
Yeah, we're gonna definitely use the notes that we have, like the stuff in the future.
It's how like the CIA, the State Department, whatever, how they influence music for better or sometimes worse. So,
do you know about Jim Morrison's dad? Is that in your notes?
I do not know about Jim Morrison's dad. What's this?
Jim Morrison's dad is like responsible for the Gulf of Tonkin.
What?
Oh, I guess I have some more fucking reading to do.
Yeah.
I did not know that.
No, so much of like transgressive art. I guess to kind of put a darker note on like what we were saying earlier. A lot of it is astroturfed in a seriously like sinister way. Like a lot of like punk rock and a lot of stuff like that is like meant to be like kind of like a pacifying agent.
This is like the same thing as like why so many podcasters' parents have Wikipedia articles that you know what I'm saying?
I mean, have you guys read the book Chaos? Like the connections that people like the Beach Boys have with I mean it's troubling. So
it's very troubling.
I wouldn't be surprised if
Chaos was a very big influence on. I was cross-referencing. There's I'm kind of showing my cards here. I don't know when or what this is going to look like, but whatever. There's a section in Chaos that correlates to something that I'd seen in John Pottish's book and the documentary "Drugs as Weapons Against Us" about MK Ultra and like essentially drugging musicians to like destroy the counterculture and stuff like that. It's like holy shit. So there's a bit of that, and then just kind of like the garden variety, like, you know, we have to beat the Soviets, so we're going to, like, astroturf all this rock and roll and jazz and stuff like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just various different ways in which the government does do that.
Yeah. And Chaos is a good, like, I mean, like how it talks about like the hippies and like how the hippies was like
such a good book,
progressive or whatever, and how like the Manson murders were used to like kind of neuter stuff like that.
And the 60s counterculture movement. Yeah, there's that's a big part of it for sure. I think that's like one book. I know we're way out in the weeds here, but that's genuinely one book I think everybody who hasn't should absolutely read. There's a few. But
that and the Hungry Caterpillar.
Yeah. If you want to protect your garden from fat fucks, that's the other one.
Dude, hornworms.
Don't let them eat their
become
fucking
really pretty moths, though, that are actually nighttime pollinators. And I'll say this, if you never had a tweet go super mega viral, get ready for a lot of really annoying people who are somewhat are an expert in the thing that you just randomly posted to tell you all about.
Here.
Worm doctor here. Worms only eat a full garden of peppers when they're actually really stressed.
I just want you to know that I've never found a blessing quite like the mute conversation button, because I'll just once it reaches escape velocity, I'm like not going to pay any attention.
I don't know if y'all know this, but it doesn't fucking work anymore because
they got rid of it for quote tweets.
You can't mute quote tweets. It will go off forever. It sucks.
Someone's got to do something about Elon Musk and his version of Twitter. Like, Jesus Christ, evil.
Well, I have a theory. I have hope that I don't think it will be long. Like I feel like he's taken a lot of actual L's lately. Like in ways that he never really used to take L's before, and I feel like there could be some kind of sale in the works.
The separation of Elon Musk and Trump has been quite brutal, I think, for his brand.
Yeah,
and I think everyone knew it was coming, but I think it has made him less invincible than he used to be.
Well, I mean, he forewent the love of liberals for his heel turn, and then he went all in on Trump and then alienated the base. So he's got nobody anymore.
He's got the America Party.
Yeah, he's got the Yang
Gang.
He
has Ian Miles Chong, and I think that's it. That's the only person he talks to every day.
Not even Cat Turd. How pathetic do you have to be to not even have Cat Turd on your side?
I know. Cat Turd's one of my biggest fans.
He was the first reply to your music video.
Yeah, Cat Turd and Gavin McInnes. If nobody's got me, I know who's gonna be fucking shit up in the pit for sure.
I'd love to see Cat Turd in the pit. He would be a menace. I know him. I know he would kill it. He would crowd kill. He would get a kick above his head.
Yes, yeah. He'd be like the beer in his hand, just like falling on people, kind of maneuver.
Yeah. He'd be my best friend at a show.
I love doing that. That's one of I love getting to the front and just being like, and just letting people push me. That is one of my favorites. Like I'm not as much of a warrior as I used to be. So I just kind of like a bunch of boys and people pushing me around in a sweaty area.
Yeah, this year was the first time in my life where I went to one show and I'm like, I can't always do this anymore. Oh no. Oh God. I have to I'm just going to watch this pit sometime. Like, I'm just going to observe. Like, it's fun. I love observing, but I'm not getting in there anymore.
The last time I was in a pit, this was a really long time ago. I got mistaken for somebody else in PHP bulletin board forum drama. And I got the shit kicked out of me so bad. And then once they realized it wasn't me, something very funny happened that I was just thinking about. They rushed me outside or whatever, to get me some air. And they're like, dude, I'm so fucking sorry. I thought you were this person. And I remember it was behind the venue. It was across the street from the gas station. And one of their friends sprints to the gas station. I'm thinking he's going to get me some Band-Aids because I was fucked up. He comes running back as fast as he could with a Diet Pepsi. What? He gave me the Diet Pepsi. He's like, I'm so sorry, dude. Whatever. He and his three friends, just his meathead friends.
Not even a beer or something. Not even hey, this.
No, he gave me a Diet Pepsi. They were I think straight edge. There was a back when there was straight edge hardcore dancing gangs or whatever. They thought I was somebody else.
They were punching you with the hands on their the X's on their hands. Yeah.
I mean, I
saw this guy smoking a joint last week. Let's get him.
Pretty much.
I wish I had such a cool story. The last time I was in the pit, my glasses came off.
That is awful. That is
happens
a bad
to me,
thing.
actually.
Very awful, but also incredibly stupid of me to have gone in there with them on in the first place.
And you'll do it again. if you do it once, you're always going to do it again, and I always will too.
How am I supposed to see the band otherwise?
Yeah, I'm really only
Horace Grant goggles, the athletic goggles.
I have to like save my energy for like my shows, and also like when I remember like I saw fucking there's like 2 instances recently where like I remember I saw Black Midi at a festival, and it was like a while ago, and I was really excited to see them. They're like one of the only people that I was like excited to see, and like they open up and they play like a song that I fucking love off their first record, and then like the crowd like clashes together, and it's just a bunch of like little like fucking babies doing Fortnite dances and shit, and I was like, what the fuck? I felt so fucking old and terrible. And yeah, like there's like I remember seeing The Garden a few years ago. I was also like, damn, I'm fucking old, dude. Like this sucks. But yeah,
always bad to see a TikTok trend in the crowd. Yeah, never good.
Yeah. Look, if I see someone like trying to play like Magic the Gathering or something at one of my shows, I'm
on site.
I mean, I'm gonna check out their cards because I kind of like Magic. little known Janie lore, but
well, I'm glad you shared that with us today.
Yeah.
I think we should probably wrap it up. We have a little bit more to do, but thank you so much for joining us for the formally final episode of Western Kabuki. What do you want to plug while you're here?
Well, in case I haven't mentioned it, I am a musician, and I
I don't think we introduced you. Hey, everyone, we have Janie Danger with us today.
We'll do it at the front. Don't worry.
Yeah, we'll do it.
Yeah, you could. Yeah, it's whatever. I don't know. Like.
But yeah. Where should people find? Where should our listeners find you?
Yeah, so I make music and stuff. Janie Danger. You can find me on like Twitter @wifesucker anywhere, or just go to. I always forget. Go to janiedanger.com and you'll find all my links and places to stream my music and social links to follow me, and you can buy some shirts and other bullshit if you want. And if you're in the Atlanta area, or if you're not. I have a few shows coming up. I have one on the 24th at Boggs Social, and just announced today the Mainline Magazine Festival at Star Bar on September, I want to say 7th. Both of those dates could be wrong, but if you're in the Atlanta area and you want to come support what we do, it's a lot of fun, and you should come out. So... Yeah, thank you guys for having me. Thanks for letting me do a little yap about. I always love yapping, so.
Always super fun. One of these days, I will try to find a way to get to one of your shows. One of these days.
Dude, we'll come out that way someday.
Please do.
I work a lot. Like, I have a day job that I have to be at, you know? Like, we're trying to hit the road in a more substantial way. I've been saying that for a while, but, like...
It's hard to be a independent musician. It like really is, yeah.
It is really hard, and to be honest, the hardest thing about being a musician that no one tells you is you have to send emails. And I have to send a lot of emails to coordinate a lot of stuff, but I promise one day I will come places near y'all. So,
yippee.
Yeah. Till then, thank y'all for having me. Thanks for all the support.
For sure.
Yeah,
and we'll put
thanks
your links
so much for being on
in the show notes too, so people can find it there.
Thank you.
Of course.
Take care, Janie.
Yeah. Shall I leave?
Yeah, I think we have to do some extra stuff. But
okay.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
It's really
Have a
nice
good one. Thanks for
hanging
having
and
me.
Yeah, you
talking.
too.
Yeah, have a good night.
Let's do this farewell. I don't know, man.
How do you do this, Alex? How did you do this with Reply All? I've never had to do this before for like anything I've ever worked on.
It sucked. It was a nightmare. It was like, it's like, how do you say, I don't know, people have crazy expectations about the way shows begin and end, and why they end, and what should happen, and no one will be totally satisfied, you know. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know that there's an easy way to do it. It's just like, I think that we're doing it right now. This conversation is actually, I think, what
happens,
what will probably end up being on the show. It's
That's
just
fine.
It's hard to figure out it's hard to make things. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I guess, I don't know. I guess I'll just say from like my perspective, just like how wild this has been and just like strange, like how much of this has like coincided with like so much of my actual real life, you know, like Caleb, back in the day, back in good old 2022, when we were in the woke era, you and our previous co-host approached me about joining to do like a movie, a little Nicolas Cage thing. And I'm like, that sounds fun. I've never done like a podcast before. I've like guested on one before, but that was like, I was very inexperienced. I'd never done too many podcasts at that time. And I was like, this sounds fun. And, you know, we did the recording and we just like kept talking for a couple hours. We were just yapping until like 2 a.m. And after that, I was like, damn, this was like fun. And I had a really good time. And from there, I was dating someone at the time and she was like, you should like do something like that more. And I was like, in what way? And she was like, you should like, I don't know, start your own podcast or join a podcast or like do something creative like that. And I'm like, you know what? I'd had a lot of fun and I've had a lot of fun doing stuff like that. So maybe I should become evil. Maybe I should become the evil class of podcasters. I enjoyed it. And I guess I approached you. And I guess that's what the show is now, and what the show is now sunsetting.
Yeah, I have never told this story publicly, but like whenever you agree to do a creative project, especially with just somebody you meet online, you're rolling the dice on who that person is, and you never know, right?
Yeah.
I started that podcast, and right before you had joined, June, and I wasn't really even consulted on that, but once I was asked, I was like, yeah, like that's actually a really good idea because we'd had so much fun on that the first one that we'd done. Yeah. Right before that, I was actually like, I was going to quit. I'd started that podcast just like in the wake of what you'd, I guess, call like the acute phase of the pandemic or whatever. Like, I think lockdowns were done by then mostly, but it was still like that. Pretty much everybody's hanging out online phase. And, you know, and then just the place I was in my life then, a lot of my friends were growing up and having kids and getting married. And, you know, my band stopped playing then because of, you know, the pandemic. And I found myself kind of increasingly spending more time online for the first time in a long time, since I was a kid, really. And I don't know, it's just... that's all to say that, you know, over the last few years, I've made so many good friends doing this.
I have too. It's bizarre. You never really think like I didn't before, because I've always been online and I've been around online in different capacities my entire life. But this is like the first time the last like 4 years, like 2020 to like now, where I'm like, there are people that I met purely through like
podcasting. It's embarrassing to say, like I'm emotional about it. Like,
yeah, no, but you're
really
real
good friends, dude. Like, it's just like the lows have been low, you know what I mean? It's not always easy to navigate just various aspects of any creative project or whatever.
Of course.
Like, so many of my good friends I met just because of this, and like, it's sad to see it go. It
is sad. That's like the funny thing is, obviously this has been a show about what's like going on online. We kind of exist very terminally online in this space, but it's like become part of our, I mean, I feel like everyone, especially people that have listened to this show for a while, have a similar story of someone or some aspect of being online or someone you meet becoming very important to them. Yeah.
And that era of the internet, not even just the social aspect, because that's never going to change. That is what the internet is for, I think, ultimately. But like that era of just like what this podcast was born of is gone. And so I think it does make sense now to just kind of hang it up. And you know, we've got other stuff that's going to be good and everything, but I don't know. It's just a weird, like, been the highs have been really high. I've met so many fun people, that very tumultuous, but like very good, you know.
And we've done some like really fun fucking episodes. There has been some that we've done where we turn off, we stop recording, and I just like lay in bed and just like laugh at some fucking like Grums. The Grums era is like just
the Grums saga. Yeah.
The Grums, the year-long Grums saga will always just be like the peak for me.
Yeah. I don't know, man. It's just
it's weird. It's goofy. I mean, we're still, you and I, Caleb, we're still continuing in a different capacity, same I think similar format, but it's just weird to retire a show name and idea, and like it's hitting. It is.
This show has been like a fussy child to me in some ways. This show has like made me want to kill myself and prevented me from killing myself, both. You know what I'm saying? So I have mixed emotions about this point in time.
Yeah. It's,
I don't know, I just maybe, you know, to the people in our community that have like helped us from the day one people, thank you. Like the people that kind of came with the building, that have been there since like the first iteration of this, and been there as we've changed and grown and everything. Thank you to everybody who's been here for this. Thank you.
It's been go on. Yeah.
There's like way too many people to shout out, but you know, we've got a lot of regular guests, Miles and Marcos, and we've got a lot of people who help us out behind the scenes, like B, who is absolutely invaluable.
And MLYP, of course.
And MLYP. Like, we have met a lot of incredible people through making this. And, it's a bummer. But also, like, it's really wonderful to, like, I got this. Do you guys know that? Do the listeners know that I started doing this because you guys posted "We need an editor" and I responded, and we were total strangers? I'm not sure.
I don't think so. No. Can I be totally honest? Also, when we posted that, and we had a group chat at the time that, of course, you were not in it, and we posted like, "Hey, we need an editor," and Caleb texted the group chat like, "Alex Goldman like asked to join us," and I'm like, "Who?"
No, I was the Reply All nerd fan, and June didn't know you were. It was very funny. I was like, oh my god, fucking Alex Goldman from Reply All wants to join my podcast. Like, what a day to be online. I was genuinely like so happy. And June's like, who? You know, this is very funny in the difference.
Yeah, I'm just too young. I was too young. I didn't know about podcasting yet. I was just a little fledgling audio listener.
Oh, look. I am very well known to a very specific set of nerds, and other than that, I am completely anonymous to everybody.
If you have ever purchased like a physical Wilco album in some form or another, I bet you loved Reply All.
Animal Collective 2, probably up there. Yeah.
Ooh, God, call me out by my name.
Look, shit. I have records from both. I'm just not. There wasn't quite the crossover for me, so I'm calling myself out too in that capacity.
Yeah.
But no, it's been, I don't know. It's funny how much of a weird trip this show has been, and it's been like genuinely, it sounds goofy, it sounds so stupid, but it's like it's been an honor to like do what we've done and like have so much fun with what we've done over the years.
Yeah.
Like it's so weird, but it's been so fun.
My favorite part of all of it has just kind of been seeing like the community around it. Like it's like whatever, it's a fucking podcast. How proud of it can you really be? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like there's a really low ceiling. There's some, you're allowed to be proud of your podcast sometimes, like whether you're funny or informative or helpful, whatever. But that's a low ceiling. What I have been proud of, and just really, it's been such a joy to see, is just like the people and the community and the shows that have grown from this, and just the community that is now outliving the show. You know what I mean? So.
Yeah, I mean, like we're of course not the like largest podcast out there, but I think we have like, compared to the show size we have, I think we have a fairly large community built around the like concept of the show compared to like probably a lot of podcasts our size, which has been like a really fucking cool thing to see.
It's disproportionately large and very tight knit. With some drama and acceptance, of course, because that's
which
how
of course you get
go.
enough people, it's going to happen. Yeah. But it's been I feel like we've done some good shit, despite maybe some lows here and there. But I think we should be proud of it. I'm proud of it. I'm absolutely proud of it.
Every once in a while, we'll always have Jazz Wolf.
Exactly. Mm-hmm. Oh my God, Jazz Wolf. We'll hats off to Jazz Wolf. One final Jazz Wolf.
Yeah.
Jazz Wolf flags at half-mast. Speaking of, actually, so Alex, I think we said this at the start of the episode in our little pre-roll thingy we have. But so you're going to just do Hyperfixed. You're going to just focus entirely on Hyperfix now, and obviously I think at one point we were talking about maybe doing like another Jazz Wolf type episode. For the record, for the listeners, this is just me pitching this right now. I have not consulted this before, but I would love to do like eventually come on as a guest to do like we can do like a hyperfixed Jazz Wolf style episode where we like dig into
that. Oh my god, that would be so much fun.
we have to do
June
that
and I
like
were
sometime
talking
later
about it
this
when we
year
were on the phone. Like we let's pitch Alex for like a hyperfixed Jazz Wolf. That would be really fun. I don't know.
I have spent a lot of time trying to track down the Jazz Wolf guy.
He's an elusive fella. Yeah,
I think he might be dead, but we'll figure it out.
Yeah, we'll investigate, and we'll hopefully
you'll find
if
that
not
out
Jazz
soon,
Wolf. Yeah, if we don't do Jazz Wolf, it's probably because he's dead. But otherwise, we'll have you on, and we'll do a hyperfixed style episode with you on it, and we'll figure that out.
Fun.
Yeah, we'll do that.
But yeah, I guess how do you even end this? Thank you, everybody.
Thank you, genuinely. And also stick around because Caleb and I have really big fucking plans to continue like posting on this feed that you're listening to right now under a different name, under a slightly different
format. If you didn't
format.
catch that in the beginning, we're going to do like a don't. By the way, Alex, we haven't finished the statement, and Alex, you haven't heard it obviously, but in the beginning of this episode, there's going to be like a don't panic, like if you want to keep listening, just keep listening kind of thing or whatever. But yeah. I don't know. I think we've got some good stuff. We just confirmed it, so I can say it now because it's done. We still have to figure out a little. We have to dot some I's and cross some T's, but MLYP said we could announce it tonight just a little bit ago. I can announce this now that MLYP, we still got to kind of like figure out a couple things, but all this for $10 is going to be completely behind the Kill the Computer paywall. He's kind of ramping down the podcast so he can focus on his YouTube stuff, but he still wants to do it. So we kind of made an agreement there. June and I are both working on finding some like limited runs of various different shows that we're going to make or collaborate with others on. Obviously, the entire Chiral Mindset library is going to be behind there as well. I think the idea is to have probably like 4-ish shows going on at once behind the paywall. You're going to get a Substack style article once a month about the things that we cover. And you're going to get a playlist with all of the music, at least that I've made for Western Kabuki and that we continue to make for the new show back there as well. So please stick around. It's we're trying to make it a really good value for the money. And we're trying to do something a little bit different, almost like our own mini network behind the paywall. So hopefully it turns out to be something very cool.
Yeah, stick around. Well, we have big plans, and we've been going a little light speed with this, so you should expect this rebrand and like this new show probably by the end of this week, if all things go to plan.
Yeah, I think the first E1 of Kill the Computer within 7 days for sure. But I think we're going to announce I think by the time most people are hearing this, they're all going to see the new branding and stuff. So we're moving as fast as we can.
Yeah. Lightspeed. It's like Operation Lightspeed or whatever that Donald Trump called the COVID vaccine.
Yeah.
Warp speed. We're warp speeding this shit. So, but no, thank you. I guess, yeah, this is goofy. Thank you. Also, thank you, Alex, for being on with us
guys,
for so long. Thank you.
I have had a blast. It's been my pleasure. Absolutely.
Yeah, it's been so fun getting to know you and doing this show with you.
Yeah, I mean, Alex,
I'm not going to be a stranger.
I know. Well, you'll be back,
not,
but
yeah.
it's just it's sad. It's different,
I do.
This is like technically phase 6 or 7 now. Who knows what phase this is
well,
at this point?
We're like, do we want to like we're kind of ending it. Alex is going to do Hyperfix and everything else. Like, do we want to call let's keep the shit going and call it phase 9 or whatever? Like, no, it's just time. It's time,
Yeah. Sorry to our day 1 listeners. There's no more phases. This is the final phase.
Done. This is it.
Yeah.
Frieza can only transform 5 times before he ends up getting killed by Goku. We did all of our transformations.
All right, you lost me. I have no fucking clue what you're talking about.
I'm watching Dragon Ball Z right now. I almost made another Dragon Ball Z reference when Janie was talking about how you like keep a Percocet on. I was almost made a Senzu Bean reference. Like,
yes.
Yeah,
oh, that shit goes crazy. The first Senzu Bean that drops in Dragon Ball, I was reading it. I have never watched the show, but I like fist bumped the air. I'm like,
Senzu
yes.
Bean. Yeah.
Senzu Beans go crazy. Yeah.
I've been making a lot of Dragon Ball cultural references lately because I'm watching it, and I realized how awful that show actually was, but it's also sick as fuck. It's like both. So
I love that they use like new metal. They have like a really good music selection for like the advertising in the show when it first came out and like on the show itself. It's crazy. great, horribly great show. I love it.
Yeah. Anyway, God damn, how the hell do we end this? I don't know. I just thank you. Thank you to everybody.
I think.
I mean, you guys can just say like, "See you next week." You guys are going to be back in a week.
You're right. Yeah.
And everybody else, just take it easy. I'll be around. I'm not going to be hard to find.
Go listen to Hyperfixed. Go do it. You have to go fucking do it. Yeah.
Thanks so much.
See you next week.
Gracias. Danke. Xexi. Merci. Obrigado. Arigato. Tak. Grazie. Asante. Kapkun. Umgai. 고마워요. Thank you.